you this woman could change her husband's fate. The woman walked into the company's biggest tender meeting carrying a giant bowl. Right in the middle of the meeting, she made instant noodles and calmly started eating them in front of her ex-husband. The shocking part was that, just a few moments later, her new husband's company won the project. The truth was, this woman possessed a mysterious power. The more she ate, the luckier her husband became. That's why she loved delicious food and her cooking skills were absolutely incredible. In just 3 years, she turned her poor husband into a successful businessman. But one day, her husband brought his first love home. He looked at her and said, "Today's business meeting will be attended by my first love as my wife." The woman tried to convince him. She said, "If I go with you, we'll definitely win the project." But nobody believed her. She always dressed like a simple village girl, and everyone thought she did nothing but eat all day. Even her husband had started believing that all of his success came only from his own hard work. Then he said, "From today onward, my wife will be my first love." Hearing those words, the woman immediately asked for a divorce. At that exact moment, the biggest business rival of her ex-husband called her. She decided to meet him to help him take revenge. Meanwhile, her ex-husband's family still had no idea about the truth. They folded their hands and begged her to save their company. The woman looked at the businessman and asked, "Will you marry me?" She promised him, "The moment you marry me, your luck will completely change." The man replied, "I'm drowning in a $10 million bank loan and my shipment of raw materials is stuck at the port. If I lose tomorrow's tender, my company will go bankrupt. Will you still stay with me?" Without wasting even a second, the woman registered their marriage. Right after the wedding, she kissed him just once. The very next second, he received a phone call saying that all of his goods trapped at the port had finally been cleared. The moment the family heard the news, they became convinced that the woman truly had the power to change someone's destiny. The next day, she arrived at the tender meeting with her new husband. The moment her ex-husband saw her, he was completely stunned. As soon as the bidding began, she took out the same giant bowl, made instant noodles, and calmly started eating again. Her ex-husband and his first love laughed at her and made fun of her, but her new husband proudly said, "She is my wife." He already knew that the judge's father was close to his ex-husband's father. That's why he had almost no hope of winning. But the woman kept eating her noodles without stopping. Then she looked at her husband and said, "Hold me tightly. Your luck will become even stronger." The very next moment, she let out a loud burp, and at that exact second, the final